the lecture. First, I am going to show you the lab experiment which you are expected to perform. Hopefully, if you are coming on the campus, you can do, but with a little brief, I am going to show you the first the experiment, and then I will show you the video, and then we will move to the graph. So here, this is the uh, experiment which I have already shared with you, verification of the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. And this we have already discussed detail in the lab, in the class, and everything is recorded in the video. You can watch again. And this was the final state line equation for the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. And for this, we are going to do the experiment with the adsorption of the acetic acid. Acetic acid is the adsorbate, and we are taking the charcoal as an adsorbent, and the amount of the charcoal is 1 gram. So the experiment is very simple, and but here the first important thing is you have to standardize the NaOH. You have to prepare zero point 0.1 molar NaOH, and then you have to standardize uh, the acetic acid against this zero point 0.1 molar NaOH using the phenolphthalein as an indicator. So this is just the acid-base titration which you are performing right your uh, intermediate classes. So uh, now what is the procedure over here? You have to take 5 clean stopper bottles. These are actually the separately funnels, and you can mark with A, B, C, D. And why I have mark over here? Because you have to take the different concentration and the molarity of the acetic acid in each of the flasks, and it is starting from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and the 0.5. And you can take 100 ml of each of the uh, of this, and maybe you can vary the concentration depending on how much you want to take the amount of the acetic acid in the bottle. So as a standard, you can take this amount, and then you have to put 1 gram of the charcoal in all these 5 bottles. So actually this is the adsorbate and this is the adsorbent. And then you have to establish the equilibrium, and this is important. And you are doing at the room temperature, and to establish the equilibrium, you can put all these flasks on a shaker, or you can do manually by stirring by your hands. And then after this one, you have to settle down, and again the two layers will be separated out. One will be the solid, which is the activated carbon, and it will remain below, and outer layer will be the acetic acid. And for this for the settling down, you can filter out the acetic acid out of the carbon activated carbon. And then again there is a acid base titration, and because there should be the, as you have studied, more will be the concentration, more will be the adsorption over here. So due to the establishment of the equilibrium, and this is the way how you are going to calculate the adsorption, the total amount of the acetic acid adsorbed on 1 gram of the charcoal. And for this, you can take 10 ml of each of the filter solution from zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.8, and then again titrate with zero point 0.1 molar NaOH using phenolphthalein as an indicator. And then finally, you can calculate the amount of the acetic acid adsorbed on the charcoal. And you can, how we are going to do this one, and this is the procedure. You have taken 5 label box, and you have put the different concentration of the acetic acid in each of the bottles. And then with the initially you are going to titrate with the sodium hydroxide as a base. And after the adsorption, some of the amount is adsorbed and other one is the rest is the left, depending on the equilibrium established between the this initial concentration and the adsorbed concentration. So when you titrate the concentration after establishment, the equilibrium, actually this will give you the value how much concentration is left after the adsorption. And then you just subtract the amount of this out of this will give you the amount which is adsorbed on the surface of the adsorbent, that means on the activated charcoal. So this you are just subtracting, this is the, let's suppose this is the total concentration, this is after the adsorption, and actually the amount adsorbed you cannot calculate by using the titration. It is the amount which is left because you are titrating the acetic acid with the sodium hydroxide. So when you subtract total minus left, you will get how much amount is adsorbed. And here the mass of the charcoal is 1 gram. Actually, this you have to divide by 1 and this will remain the same concentration. And after this, you can take the log of this one and the log of the this which is left concentration after the adsorption. And this is all about the experiment. Later on you can plot the graph between this and this will give you the straight line with intercept, and from the slope and intercept you can calculate the Freundlich adsorption constant, which are the value of k and n. So next I am moving to the, before showing the video, because this is already recorded in the previous lecture, but I am going to show you the graph. How can you plot the graph on the Excel? So just sharing this one again. This is the Excel. It is gone. So can you see the slides on the Excel which I have shared, because this is giving me the error over here. Anyone
No,
can?
sir.
No, just wait.
No.
So let's suppose this is the data, and I know maybe some of you know already how to plot this one. This is the data of CE, and this is the X over M. You will get through the titration. This is the remaining concentration, and this is the concentration, the amount of adsorbate adsorb X with 1 gram of the activated charcoal. Let's suppose this is the data you are getting through your titration. So what you are going to do here, I'm just copying this one. Let's see, put in here. The first thing is actually these are this I have already calculated, but I'm going to show you. You take directly, this is the log 10. Log 10, you can take the logarithm, select the value. Let's suppose this is the CE, and okay, and this is going to give you the log of this one. And when you scroll down, this will automatically calculate all the logarithm of this one. And simultaneous you can do for the other one, taking the log 10 for this value. Okay, and then this is some of the values are negative and some of the positive, but don't worry about this one, we will discuss here. So the first graph may be the this and this without log, and without log will give you the curve which is called the adsorption isotherm. We have discussed in detail in the classes. So let's so first you have to move. The important over here is to plot a graph on Excel. This would be your x-axis and this will be your y-axis. The first will be the x, second will be the axis y-axis, then it will give you the correct graph. So if it's not in the case, maybe you can just move by copying on either side. So I'm going to select this one and then you go to the insert. This is the right way. Have a scatter graph. You can plot any of them and this will give you the curve. This is all about the adsorption isotherm. You can just select and delete irrelevant things because it will give you the good impression of the graph. But here you cannot calculate the x and n. For this you have to plot the uh, a straight line equation. That's why we have calculated and the values in logarithm. And if you plot the log CE and A, log A mean x over m, that will give you directly give you the straight line with the intercept, and then you can calculate the Freundlich adsorption constant, and this will give you the idea how to verify the Freundlich adsorption system. So I'm just going to delete this one, and now I'm selecting this data, or maybe this data. This is the same thing, and again insert. And now it is a better to have the scattered without line, because later on we will plot the graph uh, line on the graph. So this is again, you just delete, select and press delete to delete the lines. Now, because two lines are in negative and here it is giving the negative and the rest are the positive. And after the plot, you must also have a look whether the data is rightly plotted or not. And this is the scale on the x-axis starting from 0 to 3. And here you have a look. This is the x-axis I have plotted over here, zero point 0.3 to 2.4, and it is ending at the 2.4. That means it is rightly plotted on the x-axis. And the y-axis, there are some negative values and the positive, and that it is written over here. Some two values are negative and the rest 3 or 4 are in positive. So that means this graph is the correct graph you have plotted. Otherwise, mistakenly you may skip x with the y or y with the x. So in this way you can verify whether you have plotted in a right way or not. Now I'm going to plot a straight line. You just click on these any of the point, and this will also verify where is your data is there. Just again to verify what are the data which you have used to plot the graph. And then I'm going to right click on any point, and this is the add trend line. When you click add trend line, this will give you the different options, and for this option these are actually an option for the straight line. This is the intercept, and if the intercept is 0, then only you can select this option, and in our case the intercept is not 0, so you keep it unchecked. So rest is the display equation on the chart, okay, and display r square value on the chart. This you also need, and then close it. So this you can see over here, it is automatically plotted the straight line, and the value of the R square is 0.9307. This is the good one value, because the maximum value of linear regression constant would be 1. So it is near to 1. That means the data is good. And these are the now y equal to mx plus c. This is directly you can use from this slope. This is the m, because x is written over here, and which is the factor multiplying the x. This is called the m, and this is the alone value, and alone value is the intercept, and the value is directly given over here. You can use these values to get the Langmuir adsorption, Freundlich adsorption constant. So I'm just stopping this one, sharing another slide in which I have already calculated these constant, and I will show you how to calculate these. So moving to the, so these are the data you have taken. These are the same equation, okay, here, and this is the Freundlich adsorption equation you have used. This is on the y-axis and this is on the x-axis. So actually this is the intercept and this is the slope, and this is the slope and this is the intercept. So how can you calculate the first 1 over n? This is the value for the this is the value for the slope, and 1 over n is the slope, and 1 over n will be equal to 0.4693. So you just reverse this value. That means you have to divide 1 by this value, and which will give you directly the value of the n. Now what is left? This is the actually the intercept, and intercept here is minus 0.709. So don't worry about this one. And log k will be equal to minus 0.7099, and you can take the anti-logarithm of minus 0.7099. This is important. You have to take the anti-logarithm of minus 0.7099. When you take this one, this will give you the value of the k, which is the 0.195, and this is the value of the k in case of the Freundlich adsorption system. So we have calculated the constant for this adsorption isotherm, and the straight line is indicating with the R square value is 0.9307. That means this is the verification of the Freundlich adsorption system. So this is very important, because when we will move to the next lecture with the Langmuir adsorption isotherm, then you have to prove that which isotherm is going to verify this data, and this is the way which give you the exactly the straight line or fitting the all of the points, and you can say actually this data is following the this type of the adsorption isotherm, whether the Langmuir or the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So this I have shown with you. Now moving to the last one, and the same with the data which I have shared with you, you have to plot manually, and you have to submit on the Moodle. I will share the link in the coming week. So the Excel sheet you can also plot on the Excel, and you can also plot manually, and you can just take a picture which you have manually plotted, and you must mention the constant which are k and n on the graph, and just submit the both sheet on the Excel and the manual graph which we have plotted on the graph paper. So this will be the exercise for your the next week. I will share on Moodle. Now I'm just going to share with you the rest of the. I have finished this one, finished my video on this one and this, and little bit. Now I'm going to share with you the video which is explaining the experiment about the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So with this, I'm going to stop.